You're watching a Love Jac video.
Hi guys, it's Jackie. I am starting a new YouTube series called Love Jac Mail. It will document my process of writing letters, decorating the envelopes, and actually getting those letters in the mail. I don't know what my problem is, but so many times I write the letter and then it sits in my purse or on the shelf. So this series is going to help keep me accountable and write those letters, get them in the mail, hopefully inspire you in the process. And if you wouldn't mind helping me along the way to stay accountable, maybe give me some other tips that you have for getting your birthday cards out on time or your Christmas cards out on time. I am really excited about this series and I hope you enjoy it. Here you go. This first batch of cards I'm going to show you is a bunch of thank you cards that I've been meaning to get out since January. The past couple months I've been going on kindergarten tours to figure out where we want to apply for my daughter to go next year. And in November and December I would come home, write the note card, look up the address, make sure I spelled the names right, and send it out right away. But for some reason in 2016, I haven't done so. So what you're watching here is me making the actual cards. In December, we did a couple craft fairs, and I sold out of a good amount of my design, so I had to actually make the cards instead of just getting them out of my inventory. So the ones here you see are a note from New York, big love from Brooklyn, spread love, it's Brooklyn way. That one there says New York City with the trash can that was painted by a bunch of kids near Fort Greene Park. So anyway, the reason why I think I have been struggling in 2016 is I never wrote it down. So tip number one for myself and anybody else struggling with this is write it down. If I have something written down, I'll do it. If I don't, most times I forget about it and then it doesn't get done. So that's what I did. I wrote down the schools that I went to and I wanted to write thank you cards for, but then I had to look up the names of the people who spoke, make sure I spelled it correctly, and then I had to look up the addresses. So it's not just writing a thank you card. There's a lot more that goes into it, which is why I think people struggle sometimes, or at least I know I do, with actually getting it done or getting it in the mail, because sometimes I write it and then don't actually mail it. All right, so basically you're watching me write the thank you notes, which I'll speed through and cut out a little bit of. But a lot of times you'll see that I look at how to spell a word because I rely heavily on spell check. I don't know why, but when you're actually writing it down on a paper, there's no spell check, and I don't want to look like I don't know how to spell words, so I often look it up. I also refer to my notes a couple times because I took notes while I was on these tours, and I wanted to make sure I included what I really loved about them in the notes. So now you'll see here I am just writing attention and then the letter, the initial of the person the card's going to, because once I seal it up, I need to remember who it actually mails to. And since I'm decorating this and I want to show it to you, I don't want to put the address and the names of the people I'm putting it on. So that's just a little note to myself so I know who it goes to when I'm done and I send the right cards to the right people. All right, now the fun part starts. I am using the inkable envelope stamps that I designed back in May to decorate the outside of the envelopes. And all of our envelopes are brightly colored, so you'll see that throughout. That's one of the things we are committed to with our company, because we love when somebody gets mail and they're excited right away before they even know it, before they even open the letter. So here I'm using a couple of different designs. That one that I love that you can see is really big. It says from and to. And it's on, I usually put it on the left side so the arrows are pointing in the correct space. Then the one on the bottom says handle with, and then you could fill it in with whatever adjective or word you would like. And then the other one I did, like a repeat pattern, says snail mail. That one there says from and to with other arrows, a little bit smaller. And then my favorite stamp to use says, I meant to mail this on, and it has a place for the date. And I use this on almost all of them. Because I meant to mail these in January. So you could tell I was looking up in my Get to Work book to see what day I should have sent that on, which would be like the day after I went to the thing, but I didn't. You could also tell one that I just did, I actually accidentally stamped it upside down. I love these clear stamps because you could see through it and you know where to stamp, and for some reason I wasn't paying attention and I stamped it upside down. So to make up for that, I turned it and then turned it and then turned it and then turned it, so it looks like it's rolling. Later I'll draw some arrows in to make it look like I did that on purpose. And then I chose a bunch of our postage stamps, and I tried to use up my holiday ones since it does say I meant to send this on like January 8th, so it's not like using a Christmas stamp in, April or something like that. Now I go back and I fill in the blank spaces where I had to either put the date in or a word to describe something. And that's basically it. Then I put it in my bag, and full disclosure, I think it sat in there for like half a day. I meant to mail it on the way to pick up my daughter from school, and I didn't do it until the end of the day on my way back. Um, and I actually kept telling her, please, when we pass that blue mailbox, remind me to mail my letters. And she did, and I mailed them, so that was kind of awesome. All right, so that's basically it. Here's a couple shots of what the final envelopes look like before I wrote all the addresses on there. I am going to link below the inkable envelope stamps if you're interested in buying those, as well as the cards that I used in this video. I hope you liked the video. I hope it was fun. I hope it inspired you. I really enjoyed doing it. And if you have any tips for how you get your thank you cards out on time, please leave them below. And also remember, even if you don't get them on time, it's better to send them late than never. So that's it. Love Jac Mail video 1 done and done. I plan on posting these pretty regularly. So check back soon. Thanks. Have a good day. Bye.